Hi, this is Ann McKenzie again. I'm going to talk to you today about love languages, the 5 love languages. I read a book by Gary Chapman who is entitled that, 5 Love Languages and the Secret to a Love That Lasts. And it really gave me a lot of insight into my personal relationships and to other people's relationships when I talk to them. The 5 types are words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service, giving gifts, and what's the last one? Quality time. So these can really, once you learn your love language or also learn the love language of your partner, it can make a big difference in your relationship. Because you may be doing everything you know to do and they still don't feel like you love them like you want them to because you're not speaking their love language. So I'm going to show you some different examples. One of them is when somebody says they love you or they compliment the way you are or how you look. That is words of affirmation. And this, it means a lot to some people. Now, this may be because of the way you grew up. It may be what you've seen with other people, or it may be something you saw in the media. But it's just one of those things where we all have a way that we feel loved. And to really make a go with your partner for a long time, you need to understand how it is they feel loved and let them know how you feel loved. So another one is somebody taking time out of their busy schedule to do things with you, especially when it's something that's not really your cup of tea. Like, let's say you like to go to the theater, but your partner doesn't. So you're deciding to go. When spending quality time with someone, especially doing something that you're not crazy about doing, it shows that you love them. That's a way to show your love. Another way is getting a gift. If you give a gift to somebody for an occasion, I don't know if that means as much, but just out of the blue, somebody gives you a gift. And if this is something you really enjoy, this means a whole lot to you. So it's especially if it's not for an anniversary or a holiday or something, you're just giving them a gift just because you're thinking about them and not for any set holiday. Now, acts of service is something that I realize my partner does for me. He just put in some laminate floors for me, which took a lot of time, and it's out of his regular job, and it was really a big act of service. I realized that how much that means to me for someone to do something for me, and how much it really makes me appreciate my partner and want to do things for him too. I try to do the same thing with, I'm a cook, so I like to cook and eat healthy, so I do a lot of that. I don't mind running errands for him and things like that, if he'll let me. So that's one thing I enjoy. I tend to want to nurture people. Another thing is physical touch, and I don't mean just sex. I mean like affection. And this can be like a hug, or it can be touching somebody on the shoulder or something like that. If it's not natural to you, these are things that you can learn. There's a respected physical, family therapist, Virginia Satir, who says 4 hugs a day are necessary for survival, 8 hugs a day are necessary for maintenance, and 12 hugs a day are necessary for growth. And I agree with her. My family is a big group of huggers, and that's the way I grew up. And it's weird to me when I'm around somebody that doesn't hug, but this is how I do it. And I tend to hug people sometimes when I just meet them, and they probably think I'm strange, but it's just a natural part of how I am. But in this book, he says to keep love alive for a long time. You know, we fall into love, and this is the in love part, and that lasts a couple of years. But then after that, you sort of lose that the thing, all that you got going on, that attraction. But the love that really lasts, you learn how to love a person in the way that they understand. So what you can do is look at how a person shows love to you. A lot of times that's how they like to receive love or know that they're loved. If somebody does a lot of stuff for you, then maybe doing things for them is what lets them know how you really appreciate it. One thing you can do is make a list of 5 things that a way your partner shows love to you. And both of you do it, and then you go through your list and talk to the other person, because usually the way they show love is the way they want to be loved. And this is something you can learn. You say, oh, hugging doesn't come natural to me. Well, you can just touch somebody as you walk by or something. These are things you can learn if you want your love to last a long time and to really have a good relationship. Because you may love this person to death, but what you're doing, they don't understand. It doesn't It doesn't mean anything to them. So you've got to see the ways that they really want to do it. So I hope this is helpful. And, if you want any more information about it, you can take a look at this book. And I also help people with relationships or whatever they're doing with my energy healing. If I can help you, I'll be glad to talk to you on the phone for a few minutes just to see if it's something that would help and give you a little more information. Okay, have a nice day, and learn how to speak your partner's love language. Bye.